Hi and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked when a summer transfer moved to Arsenal back in the UK after our trip down into Florida, and it was absolutely awesome. Got to big up all of the American Gooners down there. What an incredible time we had. So many Arsenal fans from all over America and beyond down there in Florida, fans from Canada. I even met fans who'd flown in from Africa for the games. It was absolutely unbelievable down there. And some great performances as well by Arsenal down there, particularly, of course, the victory over Chelsea. That was brilliant. Some of the new signings looking really, really good. Gabriel Jesus, he looks so sharp. Let's just hope he can carry this through into the start of the season. He could prove to be one of the signings of the summer because he really does look the business. I've been so impressed seeing him right up there in the flesh. William Saliba, who is like a new signing. I'm telling you, he really impressed as well. And you're starting to see Arsenal really putting together a good team. Zinchenko as well looked good the other night watching him. I mean, Arsenal, remember, let's not forget this. They have spent the most money, more than any other team so far in this transfer market. Arsenal have. So we can't, at the moment, Arsenal fans, fault the team for not being active. Now, Edu has been front and centre of that, along with Mikel Arteta. Was really interested to see some of the press conferences he's been given. He spoke about how before at Arsenal, you know, they had a lot of aging players on very, very high wages that they were finding really, really difficult to move on. And I think you can see the transfer strategy and his plans are really, really clear what he's trying to do. He's trying to create a team of young, hungry players or players that are in their prime with that sort of right characteristic, which is a winning mentality and a mentality that says, listen, we're going to grow as a team and aim towards winning things. And I really do like what I'm hearing coming from Edu. And I think the proof is there when you see the type of signings that Arsenal are making, the type of signings, the type of players that we've moved out of the club. It's quite clear to see what the strategy is. And as I said, in players like Jesus, who's coming in, Zinchenko, Fabio Vieira, you know what I mean? You can see what the kind of plan is. So far, I got to commend Edu, but what else is coming? We might be getting greedier at Arsenal, but we know that we still need a bit more to go into the brand new season. Now, I've got one of his quotes here that he gave to Sky. He says, I think we have to be prepared for every situation. We still feel the transfer window is open, and the most important thing is to be prepared for everything, every scenario, because opportunities can happen. And he went on to say, clubs can approach us, players probably want to go on loan, so there's still lots to do. But again, being prepared for me is the most important thing. For sure, we must be very prepared for almost everything. Sounds to me like Arsenal are going to do more business. There's going to be a lot of players leaving, players going out on loan. But also, Arsenal probably have got, you know, Mikel Arteta said the other night, they're looking at a couple of more, probably got a couple of more targets, and probably looking around and thinking to themselves, let's see what else comes up towards the end of the transfer window. Who are those signings going to be? He hasn't really given away much. I mean, he was asked about Lucas Paqueta in a separate interview by TNT Sports Brazil, and he said that, you know, also a big admirer. He's personally a big admirer of Lucas Paqueta, but at this stage, it doesn't look like, you know, Arsenal are going to go in for him. He said because, you know, they've got other players who can play that position. And when you look at it, a player like Fabio Vieira that they've bought in is a player that plays in that same position. So seemingly sort of suggesting that Arsenal are not going to make a move for Lucas Paqueta. There was talk the other day that Lyon were going to lower down their valuation of him. But seeming there that he's not interested as much in Paqueta. It could be deflecting tactics. Who knows? Lots of brinkmanship goes on in this line of business. So who is that other player? I think it's definitely a midfielder. definitely an attacking forward player. Could the midfield player be Milinkovic-Savic, who we've spoken about? But if it is Milinkovic-Savic, Arsenal going to have to get their move on with this one, because talk today that Manchester United are now interested in Milinkovic-Savic. Of course, Manchester United have been desperately trying to get the signature of Frankie de Jong over the line. Haven't been able to do that so far. Starting to look like de Jong could possibly stay at Barcelona. And reports out there that Milinkovic-Savic will be their alternative if they can't get de Jong. So should Arsenal move in and try and get Milinkovic-Savic done as soon as possible, if indeed this is one of the players that they're looking at. But I just keep looking at the Milinkovic-Savic one and thinking, if we sign him, surely that means Xhaka's going to go. And it doesn't look to me like Arsenal are looking to move Granit Xhaka on at all. So I'm still not sure about Milinkovic-Savic. It's the Tielemans one that I still think is the one that Arsenal are after. I still feel there's some sort of waiting game going on with this one, despite the fact that we've been told that Manchester United are interested in Tielemans as well. I just get that feeling that they've been given some assurances on Tielemans. I mean, it was interesting as well, just going back to Edu, that he spoke about Rafinha, and Arsenal wanted Rafinha. He spoke about how he spoke to Deco, who Deco, of course, former Brazilian player, good, well, Brazilian. I mean, he played for Portugal actually, but good friend of Edu. And Edu said that that he spoke to him, and Deco said to him, "Listen, Rafinha only wants to go to Barcelona. So, it's no point in you wasting your time." And in the end, that's why Arsenal backed away from that one. So we know they want an attacking player like a Rafinha type. And we know that, talks can go on behind the scenes, especially at this time where, things can be secured. And I think with the Tielemans one, they've got some assurances on this one that they can make this happen, and they're just playing a bit of a waiting game. But let's wait and see. Leno, Bernd Leno, as one of the players that could be going out. And again, what Eddie was talking about, players leaving. Leno, Arsenal looking for about over £10 million for this. Fulham not willing to go that high. Leno's supposed to be getting a little bit agitated, that this deal may fall through. He wants to be playing football. Matt Turner's coming now at Arsenal. He knows he's not going to be playing regularly, and he wants to get into that World Cup squad for Germany. A lot of talk around today that Arsenal may be willing to lower their valuation of Leno so that the deal can get done. Part of it as goodwill to Leno, who's been a good servant to Arsenal, played number 2 last year, didn't moan. So it looks like the Leno deal could get done now that, Leno's back in the UK, the Arsenal players are back. Let's see how that one develops out. And there's still this one, Arthur MELO. We were after him in January. This one's emerged again. Republica claim, this is a publication called Republica, they're claiming that Arsenal are preparing to submit a loan offer for Arthur MELO, which would be a loan with an option to buy at the end. Again, would be interesting to see what happens with this one. Arthur, this guy's it's a really interesting one. He was bought for mega money by Juventus, and he just hardly plays for him. And it's just not worked for him. Could he be the type of player that could be revitalised with a move to, say, the Emirates? He's got everything when it comes to ability on the ball. He's an exceptional player. But again, do we already have players in that position? It's Odegaard, who's looked brilliant on the tour. Of course, you've got Fabio Vieira. Do we need an Arthur MELO? But could be, a loan. It wouldn't be that we've got to splash out loads of money up front. I don't know. Let's see how that one turns out. Nuno Tavares looked really sharp when he came on the other day against Chelsea. Atalanta still desperate to get his signature, and it's still looking like he's going to go, especially with Zinchenko coming in. Could we get some movement on that this week now that the squad is back in the UK? Same with Pablo Mari, who didn't play in the last game against Chelsea, did play in the previous one to that against Orlando FC. Didn't look that great, didn't look that interested in that game, to be fair. But it must be tough for him not knowing what's happening with his career. He's in limbo. Fenerbahce, the latest club to be interested in his signature, and a lot of teams after him. And I think Arsenal are going to be able to move him on. And Barcelona are said to be interested in Hector Bellerin. Bellerin, as we know, Betis is his preferred destination, but maybe, you know, who's going to turn down Barcelona, especially with the team that they're building at the moment. Barcelona said to be interested in him. They're interested in Azpilicueta. They're looking at right backs, and he is an option. So again, let's keep our eye on that. Arsenal, once again, looking at Leandro Trossard. Right at the start of the transfer window, I spoke about how Arsenal were interested in Trossard and made inquiries. He is going to be available probably because he's only got about a year left on his contract. But will Arsenal move for Trossard? That's going to be an interesting thing to see. And there's also CODY GAKPO, who still gathering lots of interest. He said quite openly that he was up for a move to the Premier League. A 6'2" attacking left winger, can also play on the right as well. Has done really, really well for PSV. Could this be a player that Arsenal could move in for? We know that they weren't able to get Rafinha. Could that be the option? Or will they keep Nicolas Pepe? It was really interesting to see what he posted on Instagram yesterday. A player who seemingly seems to be on the way out. But on his Instagram post, this is what he put, hinting that he wants to stay. He said, "I've worked hard during the summer, changed a lot of things. I'm focused and determined with Arsenal and my teammates." So that was very interesting to see. That seems like he wants to stay. Have to say, he didn't really light it up on the tour. Played a lot of times, played a lot of games. He came on in the Chelsea game as well. But will Nicolas Pepe stay? Or is he trying to like suggest to Mikel Arteta that, listen, don't go and get another right-sided player or left-sided. I'm here. I want to stay. I'll do better. Going to be really, really interested to see. Interesting to know what you guys think. Should we keep Pepe or should we move him on? Would love to hear from you guys. Well, listen, we're back in the UK. We're going to be back to normal times with Transfer Daily. Sorry, it's coming so late today. I'll tell you what, if you're traveling right now and you're going through any airport in the UK, it's absolute chaos. I mean, we sat on a runway this morning for just over an hour. They couldn't even get us off the plane. It's chaos, absolute chaos. So sorry we weren't able to bring it yesterday with the delays and everything. But we are back every day here on Transfer Daily. So make sure you keep it locked here on AFTV. And check out all of our great content. Our final vlog is amazing. From the game the other day, Cecil behind the scenes, me up in the stands. It's absolutely brilliant. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.